Spending money like it's nothing. I don't have a budget.
What up, YouTube? We're back with some NFL mock drafting for your team. We already did a few of the teams. We'll give you a list right here of the players that have been picked, the teams that picked them. Today's video is on your Seattle Seahawks. They have the number 5 and the number 20. So we'll start with the 5th pick right now. Who y'all two got the Seahawks going after with the 5th pick?
I mean, for me, it's definitely going to be on the defensive end, specifically on the D-line. I am getting Miles Murphy out of Clemson off the edge. I know Pete Carroll loves having a strong D-line, at least when they were the Legion of Boom. And the defense is what ultimately let them down because the offense was surprisingly better than expected. So get a versatile guy like that. He's a big dude, 6'5", 290, play on the edge. I think they go on address that first. I wouldn't be surprised if they use both their first rounders on defenders either.
I agree that they are going defense with 20 for sure. But because I heard everybody say pass rusher with 5, I am not a Geno Smith fan. I'm just not. I thought overall quarterback play was bad this year, all throughout the league. And he was one of the ones who wasn't particularly bad, so he looked even better. I'm under the belief Bryce Young and Will Levis will be drafted before C.J. Stroud. If C.J. Stroud is there at 5, I think Seattle's stupid if they pass on him. I personally feel that way. Because he does everything Geno can do. So I would think that it'd be foolish for them, at least not to entertain the idea, because you create buzz to get somebody to come buy your pick from you. Get this pick off me. That's just my opinion. But I mean, I'm not a Seattle fan, so I'm impartial, but I think you're stupid if you think you have anything going with Geno.
It was a good story, a good comeback story. And I guess I didn't even think about that. I mean, Geno's in his 30s. Are you winning a Super Bowl with Geno Smith? Probably not.
No.
Are you making a Super Bowl with Geno Smith? Probably not. Unless you put Geno in like a Shanahan Niners situation. But with what Seattle has, I think, I don't think that's a terrible idea. The counterpoint would be if a bunch of quarterbacks go in the top 4, then you can get one of these Georgia defenders or one of these elite defensive prospects. And then maybe at 20, Richardson from Florida is still available, or one of these other quarterback possibilities. So I think to your point, it really will depend on who goes in the first 4.
I legitimately am holding on to this pick with every scenario available to me if I'm Seattle up until my pick. Because like you just said, if 3 quarterbacks go early and Will Anderson or Jalen Carter's there, I might have to take one of those guys. But, if I have the choices like, do I want, Paris Johnson, a tackle, or do I want Stroud, and I'm trying to up in the air, then to me, trading that pick is just as much of an option as picking somebody. So I legitimately am drawing this out as long as I can, and I want to have everything at my disposal before I make that decision. But I'm going C.J. Stroud if I make a pick, and he's there. You got to think about it. You spent draft picks last year on a running back and an O lineman. So let's get a quarterback.
And then you could have Geno start the year too, and you could have Stroud actually develop. I don't mind that. I didn't even think about that.
Plus you're putting them in a position where you have a decent O-line, you have 2 good-ass receivers, you have a running back, and then we can really focus the rest of this draft on defense, Like you said, 20, there's going to be a shit ton of corners there for you to choose. Get another one.
And then in week 6, when Geno has his 4 interception, 2 fumble game, he kind of reminds me of Julius Randle. A wild career, drafted early by a big market team, bounced around. I think last year was his Julius Randle year from a couple of years ago when Randle played himself into all NBA talk. But then remember last year, Randle fell off the map. So,
and you just have to assume the rest of those teams in that division are going to do good. You know what I mean? So San Francisco's not going nowhere.
Yeah, no matter who's their quarterback.
If the Rams are healthy, yeah, but the Rams are obviously better than you if they're healthy, so they're going to beat the shit out of you too. So it's like you said, it's only a matter of time before the Cardinals get their team together,
Yeah.
I think I'd rather be Seattle than Arizona right now, roster wise.
I agree. I agree with that.
I'd rather have Geno and maybe CJ Stroud than whatever Kyler is right now. And it's not just because he's hurt, but even when he's healthy.
That Seattle has they have really good young corners, Woolen and Kobe Bryant. So, like, to your point, I would entertain the idea. Would you say, okay, I can't afford to get another corner here, I gotta have to go pass rush? Or at that point, do you take best defender available? Because there might be a linebacker there that you're like, oh shit, I need Drew Sanders from Arkansas or somebody, you know?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Having like a Joey Porter or someone would just make their secondary elite because they have good safeties too. But I think they gotta go D line. I mean, they're still playing guys like Bruce Irvin and these guys who never really panned out to be elite. And you see what a 4-man pass rush, it can change your defense. So if you have a good 4-man pass rush plus an elite secondary, they're going to be a scary defense. So that's why I like a guy like Murphy. Or Tyrell from Texas Tech would be another one. Just a good guy off the edge.
I still think you can get a really good pass rusher at 20, though. Like, I'm 1,000% sure. Like, for all you know, like, Van Ness might be there. Ojulari from LSU is going to definitely be there. But there will be somebody there for you to take. So that's why I'm like, be risky with that number 5 pick. Like, if you're a potential franchise quarterback sitting there, then take it, because that even makes the Russell Wilson trade in your favor that much funnier, because you're like, we did better than you and you took our trash quarterback, and then we accidentally got somebody to replace you. You know, that's funny to me.
Yeah, if they get CJ Stroud and like a Lucas Van Ness, that's a great duo. And you're right, that makes that trade look even better.
Well,
love it.
Seems like we're locked in on either.
You convinced me. Let's do Stroud.
See, I don't know what I don't know what their second round pick is, but I can tell you one thing I do know about this draft. I believe in my heart that there's going to be an elite, and I mean elite, tight end come out of it. I feel that way, and maybe they can get their hands on one because they need a tight end.
I have a theory about that. I'll save it for the Lions.
Okay, I'll remind you.
I agree, but save it.
All right, so we have Seattle.
Well, they have Noah Fant, don't they?
Who?
Yeah, but he's
Seattle.
Maybe.
Yeah. But Noah Fant doesn't prevent you from drafting a tight end. No offense. Noah Fant. No offense. The No Offense podcast with Noah Fant. Sign them.
So we have pretty much them going for their quarterback of the future and CJ, right? That's our pick locked in.
That's my theory.
He talked me into it in the war room.
I mean, they did say that they're gonna sign Geno. They don't want to franchise tag him, so that kind of makes you seem like bridge quarterback feelings a bit. I mean,
I'll call Miles Murphy and let him know we had a change of heart. We're not drafting.
I'd be super stoked if I was a Seahawks fan. Like, things are looking up, you know, because it's only a matter of time before the mighty Rams fall, and then you're going to be there.
They're old.
So yeah,
the Niners are kind of old too, to be honest.
Yeah, but I feel like they're still moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have a little time left. I think they'll rejuvenate themselves for a little while once they figure out their quarterback situation.
You're not a Purdy fan?
It's fine.
All right. Well, Seattle, let us know what you think. If you're getting your quarterback, you're going defense, let us know in the comments down below. We'll be making some more videos as draft day comes up, focusing on just your Seattle Seahawks. Make sure you like, subscribe. Much love, everybody.